Settle Down Podcast.
You are listening to
The Settle Down Podcast
with your host, Sean Settles.
David Koresh, which was the leader of the Davidians in Waco.
Yes.
How'd you meet him? What was your first impressions of him when you guys met?
You know, when I first met David, there's a pre-story to that. The pre-story is I was living in Hollywood. I had just gotten to Musicians Institute, PIT, Percussion Institute of Technology. It's where I kind of always wanted to be after I, got out of graduated from high school. So I learned, I'd already was a pretty good drummer, but I definitely wanted to go to school and further my education there with the drumming thing and make some contacts in Hollywood. So I moved there. I did that. And, when you're playing in a band in LA, there's a lot of dead-end jobs that come with that territory. I worked for a group called the National Research Group. We did Hollywood surveys. I ended up working at the Men's Chinese Theater. Men's Chinese Theater is where all the stars put their handprints and their feet prints and sign their names in the cement. I was working in the gift shop in a stupid red smock. It was about, a couple days before meeting David and Steve Schneider. And I looked up to the sky and I said, what are you waiting for, God? When are you going to introduce me to the people I'm meant to meet here? Be very careful what you ask for. I didn't ask for when are you going to introduce me to my Led Zeppelin? Where's my power trio that I've been looking for? I said, when are you going to introduce me to the people I meant to meet here? And literally a couple days later, I was late for a band rehearsal, but my singer was playing with my only pair of drumsticks on the dashboard of his car, and he broke them. And so I made these guys stop so I could get drumsticks. And I ran up, I got sticks. And a bad habit of going to the electronic drum room, and I did. See, and that was bad. I was being bad. I was being rebellious because I knew we were late for rehearsal. But despite all that, I went into the electronic drum room. And these two guys are looking at the kit. One guy's got a suit on. The other guy's got a shirt, a T-shirt and ripped jeans. And, they asked me if I'd play this new D-drum kit for them, this electronic drum kit. So I sat down and I played for a minute. They liked what they heard. They said, we're looking for a drummer. My name's Steve Schneider. This is David Koresh. I'm a manager. He's the guitarist. He's and singer. He's been all over the world. And, we're looking for a drummer. Are you interested? And I said, I might be. They handed me their card. I looked at the card, and the card said Cyrus Productions on the front. It said Messiah, Cyrus Productions. And then on the back, when you turn the card over, it had all this religious scripture. And I handed the card back instantly. I said, you guys, I'm not looking to be in a Christian band. Thank you very much. And, I say that because I grew up in Maine. I wasn't really religious. I was baptized a Catholic. But I didn't really learn much from Sunday school. A fish swallowed some dude. And, a guy, we made women from some guy's rib. And there was a great flood. And, all these far out stories that you're just like, even as a kid, I was like, come on. There's a little, really? I always kind of had that really attitude. And then I would watch some of the TV preachers on Sunday, and I just did not understand why people would give them money. I did not understand how they made a living up there talking about God and asking for money, and that people would send them money, because it never made sense to me. I never felt that they were of God. God forbid I offend anyone, but I probably will. But that's just how I honestly felt about things. However, I always knew, or I always had an impression that there was something to the scripture. There was something to the Bible. I felt that it had been used to control people for thousands of years, especially women. I had felt that there's a power to it. Many, many people died for it. Many believed to their deaths in that scripture. And that I always wondered about. And I always wondered, when I would learn that, how I would learn what the Bible really meant, as I would read it for myself, and it'll just be like crazy. You read it like Ezekiel, it sounds like somebody's acid trip almost. So anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. So I met Dave and Steve, and I handed the card back. I said, I was also, living in Hollywood, I was super conscious of not getting into a religious group or a CULT. I don't even like to use the word, what I call a sect. On the corner of where the music school was, Musicians Institute, is on the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and McFadden. It's right down the street. It's actually on McFadden. But right on the corner is the Scientology building. So every day we go to school and we would pass by the Scientology building, and all these kids would come out dressed the same way. All the girls had the same skirts on. All the guys had the same, white collared shirts with ties and black pants. And there was always some guy there. You'd walk by and go, "Would you like a free personality test?" And we'd always try to come up with a different, funny way to interact with him. I don't have a personality. Every day we tried to have something different for him. And there was just something wrong about it. There's just something that didn't make sense to me. I guess I'm spending so much time saying that because when I gave David Koresh and Steve a chance, it wasn't really like me. I wasn't looking for religion. I wasn't looking to play in a Christian band. I just wanted to play in a great band. That's all I wanted. I just wanted to entertain people. The ladies weren't bad, and, living the lifestyle was fun, but I just always knew I was a drummer. I always just wanted to do that and entertain people. Really, that was my chief focus. So that being said, I left the meeting with David and Steve saying kind of to myself, "Don't call me, I'll call you." I left, and then, of course, the next couple of days, I couldn't stop thinking about these guys, and I didn't know why. I ended up calling him, and the rest is history. I mean, we got together a couple times. I jammed with David a couple times, and Steve came over to my house where I was living in Hollywood, and we had some Bible studies. So that was interesting and fun, but like I said, it was something that happened gradually. It wasn't like a lot of people like to say David Koresh was really charismatic. See, I didn't think that at all. I just, felt that he had an amazing amount of wisdom when it came to the scripture, and he really understood it. I thought Steve was more interesting than David, frankly, initially, because Steve was this real fast-talking kind of salesman guy that was like the perfect manager. So that's who you want for your music manager. Someone's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, Slick, you're very nice. I got to tell you, we got to get the best deal on this drum set here. So let's see, how about we pay you 10% over cost, and we'll get this, and he's a great deal maker, that kind of thing." So that was Steve Schneider. He's a very impressive guy. And the more I got to know these guys, the more that grew. The more I just wanted to know more.
Thank you for watching this video brought to you by the Settle Down Podcast. Click this button over here to watch one of our other fabulous videos. Click this one over here to subscribe. It really helps us out. Thanks for watching.